שלום וברכה, אנחנו פרשת...
English.
Oh, sorry.
Wake up, wake up.
Okay, we
That's it, he's starting to run in Hebrew. That's it.
we're in the portion of Matot-Masei.
That sounds like Hebrew also.
Yeah, Matot. Matot are the tribes. Masei are journeys. The journeys of the tribes.
Right.
That's the end of the book of Bamidbar.
It's a double header.
What?
Double header, 2 for the price of 1.
All right, you'll say that. It's two portions going together, and God is saving us the good for last in this book. There's many insights that God is giving us in those portions, and it's starting by Matot. Matot is another name for tribe in Hebrew. There is Shevet, which is tribe, and Matot is as well tribe, and we'll ask ourselves later, we dwell into it, what's the difference between Mate, which is tribe, and Shevet, that it's also tribe. We'll see the definition. And straight into the portion, God starting, he's talking to Moses, talk to the Israelites and tell them about what?
The heads of the tribes.
To the heads of the tribes. And later on in the portion of Masei, the sons of Israel are called Matot Israel, the tribes of Israel. Talk to them and tell to the Israelites about what? Inner decisions. The hardest thing to take in life, it's a decision. But what a decision create within your journeys?
It seems like when a person makes a decision, they have to go to a very deep place within themselves, and they have to reflect, and they have to do some personal investigation within themselves, and then they have to know that now I'm making a decision, but this decision has tremendous impact on my life.
Self-refinement, it helps you to elevate yourself, like Mordechai is telling us, and the way it says in the Torah, the name for it is neder, vow, yeah?
A vow, right?
A vow. You need to take a vow. So, in order to succeed in your journey, God is already giving you the insight. Sometimes a person needs to reflect into his journey and see where he's at. And in order to come out of his
He's
place,
giving you the formula for success in your journey.
Absolutely. And after the vow, God is talking to Moses and say, go and do the revenge and go at war with the Midianim, with Midian. And it's very interesting here because God is telling to Moses
to
take revenge with the Midianim, the revenge of the Israelites. But when Moses is talking to the Israelites, to the sons of Israel, he's changing a bit the words that he's been received from God. God is telling him, Nekom nikmat bnei Israel met Midianim. How you'll say that in a proper English?
You surely take
Nekom
revenge.
nikmat bnei Israel Meta Midianim, meaning it's the revenge of the Israelites
to the Midianim.
But when Moses is talking to the people, he's telling them, Latet nikmat Adonai b'Midian. The revenge is of God in Midian.
We're representing God. In other words, God. It's really God's glory that was disgraced there by the Midianim. And therefore we have to take revenge on them, and we're like the unifying link between creator and creation. We have to help exemplify what God wants in this world and protect the honor and the dignity of God in this world.
So it's really interesting. If you're breaking it down, what happened there, two things happen. First, against God, the Midianim work against God by taking Israel into idol worshipping and prostitution. The second, 24,000 people out of the Israelites fell down. So the revenge is of two of the Israelites and God within Midian, that they took the sons of Israel away from the divine path. But it's interesting why Moses Moshe is changing the word of God. We know that Moses is just a channel. It's amazing to learn. We need to learn the scriptures and to see deep inside, because it said God is telling Moses, after you revenge with after your the revenge
You'll
with
take
the
revenge,
Midianim,
right?
yeah, you're going to pass away. You're going to leave this realm, leave this reality. Meaning, listalek. How do you say listalek? A tzaddik is mistalek. He's not dying, yeah? There's no death in a
he
tzaddik.
passes on to a higher realm.
Exactly. You'll pass on to a higher realm, meaning you will leave this reality. So
You
meaning,
leave the physical and you'll go up to a level of more just a spiritual reality.
and that's after you'll take the revenge with the Midianim. So Moses knew why he changed the word. He knew that if he will come to the Israelites and he would say, after our revenge with the Midianim,
Right.
okay, I have to say bye-bye. That's it, sayonara. I'm leaving. I've done my part in life. It's time for me to proceed forward, meaning death, which death in Judaism, it's a new beginning in a higher realm. So I need to go away. And then the Israelites, what they will do, this is all going through the mind of Moses. What they will decide, maybe to take their revenge later, because they know that if they will take their revenge now, what will happen? They will lose Moses.
They'll lose their leader.
They'll lose the leader. And here you see so much a beautiful relationship between the Israelites and their leader, between Moses,
Tremendous
the
love
tzaddik.
and respect, yeah.
Absolutely. I'm really, I don't know how to say, אבל אני מתרגש. I'm excited every time.
I was
when
getting a little excited.
excited here,
It's,
yeah, to see this
He's
bond.
Moroccan, it's
Wow,
okay, he can get
wow,
excited.
Thank you, brother. So anyway, we're seeing like an amazing bond between the Israelites and the leader and Moses. That's why Moses is saying, revenge, your revenge. The revenge is God revenge with the Midianim, not your revenge.
It's the ultimate.
It's the ultimate. This way
Right.
they wouldn't change from the word of God, because as far as the leader, as far as the tzaddik, is hurrying up, is very quick in doing God's word. It says liot zariz, like when you love someone and you really respect him, when he tells you something, you are quick in doing it. Yes, zariz.
Tremendous enthusiasm and
Yes.
tremendous excitement that you don't delay it for even a second. You
Exactly. No
immediately,
delays.
like Abraham got up to bind his son Isaac, that was a command, and he got up early in the morning and he went to do it. He didn't say, well, let's wait till 3 or 4 and have a couple beers together,
Yeah,
you know.
take
and
my time.
relax. He said, no, he got up first thing in the morning because he understood that this is God's will.
And same in our relationships, especially between a man and a woman. When there's really love and respect, both sides, when they're being asked to do something, they really care about it. They have this kind of enthusiasm and this excitement about doing it. Wishing success to all of us over there. So,
willing,
yeah,
yes.
God willing. So, into the war, something very interesting happened. Like, you know, if you wouldn't know the power of the holy letters, of Kabbalah, of divinity, you will think like we may be in a Lord of the Rings movie or something like that, because the 5 princes, the kings of Midian, Bilam, the sorceress, is doing a sorcery, and he allows them to fly up the air, and from there to launch their, like, not stuff, chanit, and they say, like, kidon.
Like what comes from a cannon.
Yeah. So they had the power to fly up with the sorcery of Bilam, the prophet of Midian, and to this war as well, Pinchas is going out, and he's going out with the tzitz. What was the tzitz? The tzitz was one of the dressing of the holy high priest, high priest, and on that it was like a band here on his forehead, and there were the holy letters of the divine name, Yud
right.
and K and Vav and Hey, like those 4 letters. And when he took that cloth with those letters and they saw it, when they saw it, the sorcery, that they made, like, went away,
just totally disappeared.
and they fell down. That's why when you read in Hebrew, you would say ve'et malchei Midian hargu al chalalehem. Al is upon. What does it mean? And they killed the kings of Midian. But
Right.
Al is above, meaning from above they fell down when they saw the holy letters, and they fell into the spear. Yeah, that was the word I was looking
Right.
for.
Again, Pinchas has the merit of that.
Yes, and Bil'am, the prophet, fell down on the spear of Moses. And here it says that the Israelites, their power is by speech, by praying, by the devotion towards God. When Bilam tried to take this art of the Israelites and to curse the sons of Israel, God tell him, no, this nation is
Not
blessed.
possible.
No
Yeah.
possible. You cannot curse them. But here we could see that the Israelite took the arts of the nation around them, the power of Esav. Esav, in the time of Jacob and Esav, the sons of Isaac, when Isaac blessed Esav, he blessed them that you will live by the sword. If I'm saying that right?
You live by the sword.
You will live by the sword.
Not
Me-
leave, live.
Live.
Live by the sword.
Okay, you'll
Yeah.
say that. Well, Al charbecha tichyeh. Al charbecha tichyeh, meaning that your power that you're receiving is the art of war. That's why we can see
He was
till
a warrior.
today he was a
Yeah,
warrior.
yeah.
Till today we see that the Muslims use lots of power and like lots of hate in the way they communicate, we can say, with the world. And to all of our beautiful soul out there that want peace, yeah, I want peace as well, but we have to be mindful and to defend ourselves, because the other nation, all descendant that came from Esav and Ishmael, they've been blessed to live by the sword. So for them, they
Live and die by the sword.
by the sword. They solve conflict by killing each other or others. You'll ask Muslim, everyone's supposed to be Muslim around the world? Say, of course. And if not, kill him. You ask a Jew, everyone's supposed to be Jews? No. Only the sons of Israel, because each and every one of us have his own duty.
Quite
So-
a different solution to life.
Absolutely. Even though we brothers, but we both, the attitude into life goes according to the blessings we received.
That's it, baby.
That's it, darling. I got an amazing metaphor one time, an analogy from my mentor that he told me, Eyal, look at a seed of a lemon and an orange. They both look the same. Only an agronom can tell you what's the difference. But when you plant them in earth and when they bring trees and fruit, one is sour, one is sweeter. Same with in our family, Jews and Muslims. They're both in the Torah, and they're both going to reach the redemption. But then, if we're looking at reality, we can see that one path is sour and the other one is sweeter. We are the nation of the book.
You don't see when he gets dressed up. He looks like one of them. You gotta be careful. I
No.
thought it was Osama once.
Okay, check on Facebook. So after that war, we're winning, and it's amazing because it was 1,000 people lemate. Each tribe gave only 1,000 people, so only 12,000 people went on war. Not all the sons of Israel, because we had God with us and we had like enormous powers. And then we're taking the bounty. Yeah.
Yes,
I've learned a new
definitely.
word, bounty.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Shalal, Malkoach. Shalal,
Yes.
we took the bounty and we splitting it between God, what goes to the temple to sacrifice, and to the people, to the tribes. And it says a lot in the portion. If you're going through the portion, you will see that there's cattle and there's horses and there are donkeys and there's certain numbers, all is explained in Kabbalah. To everything there's a meaning. The Torah didn't spend time in telling you how many sheep, cattle there were in this tribe and that tribe. No, everything
In case you're hungry.
Yeah, I want to barbecue them. How much coal you'll need. No, it's everything have deep meaning, and of course we cannot open everything here, and ourselves we need still to study and to explore the infinite Torah. After that, it says that the sons of Reuven, Gad, the tribe of Reuven, Gad, and Menashe had lots of cattle. And they going to Moses and they asking him, we want to settle down in the other side of the Jordan. Meaning, where's Jordan today? We want to, there's the river of Jordan. We don't, it's not, they didn't say we don't want to enter Israel. They say that we want to settle down where? How do you say? The other side of the bank? How do you say it?
Right. We have the East Bank and then we have the West Bank. That's
Exactly.
the whole discussion today.
So, so they wanted to sit in the East Bank even before arriving to the Jordan River. And it's like the whole Jordan region coming up to the Golan Heights. And why they wanted to stay there? Because the land was good. There was
Very
lots of...
fertile the land. Yeah.
Good. You said that. for the cattle and everything.
Yeah.
And
it still is. It's still a very good land.
But something very interesting, there is like a process, a procedure of communication. We know that communication is something very hard in life, really to open. And what we see here is a pattern that Moses think in a certain way. He have certain assumptions. When the tribes are coming to him, it's half the tribe of Menashe, Gad and Reuven, and they coming to him and telling him, Moses, we want to stay here. We want to stay here because we have lots of cattle, which is logic. But then Moses is approaching them, telling them, are you serious? You forgot what happened with your ancestors? With the 12 spies that they were supposed to be scouts that went into Israel and they didn't want to get into the land and they talk bad about the land. You want to do the same mistake. Enough you walked for 40 years in the desert till the old generation will pass away and you will enter clean new page with God. And then the sons of God, Reuven, where they were like amazing warriors. It says that God, only by taking his sword out of the sadan, how do you say, out of its pocket, out of its pouch, just by lifting his hand like that as a sword, he will cut the enemy from the shoulder through his nose up to his head. Just with one lift, he will kill him. Like, you wouldn't find it not in Shaolin, not in karate, not in kung fu, not in ninjutsu. We were powerful. We still are. It's a different journey today. It's an inner journey of refining yourself. And in order to elevate, remember, you're allowing yourself to take certain vows, like decisions. I wouldn't approach that, because I know if I'll approach that, it can go really, really
Keeps
far.
you holy that way.
Exactly.
It keeps the holiness within the Jewish people.
And it's very hard to do, and for that we need to pray, to dwell with the scriptures, to take those books and to look at them, because they just reflecting.
To think into it, to meditate on it, to contemplate on all the writings in our Holy Torah, in the 5 books of Moses.
So God, those tribes were very powerful. So Moses, the way he's in his whole interaction with those tribes, based on what? On the future. Suddenly he's realizing they have a certain request, but he have his own assumption, like interpretation to what they ask, and then they telling him, no, Moses, no. Of course we will come with the sons of Israel and we will conquer Israel, and we will leave our brothers. We'll just leave our wives, children here. We will build like fences to our cattle, and we'll proceed with you over to the West Bank and to conquer Israel. And then Moses is saying, okay, if your heart is true and that's really your intention, so no problem, I give you this piece of land and you can stay there. And that's really what happened. They went inside with the sons of Israel, slowly conquering the land. Here I will open like in a very important parenthesis. It's about in relationships. We know that relationship is the most difficult and complicated thing, and within relationship is communication. We need to be very mindful and the same time strong like Mate. Mate, which is a tribe, is also a staff. Mate in Hebrew is a staff, strong. What do I mean you need to be strong? You need to be strong, not to be oversensitive, and to have patience to explain the other person when you're communicating in all sorts of relationships. At work, with your wife, with your man, between friends, with your family, with your children. Be mindful that usually the way we approach someone is according to what we know about him. And if we have certain patterns or certain ideas or certain, like we call it tavnit, I put you in a frame. Okay, that's what I know about you, how I will communicate with you through that window. But usually someone is trying to come out of his place and to start new. Like in our story, the tribes of Gad, Reuven, and half of the tribe of Menashe, they didn't think about not coming and participating this war in conquering the land.
Right.
No, but this is what Moses had the assumption, his own interpretation was he was afraid that you're going to do the same mistake. So here we need to be strong like a staff and to explain our inner intention. What is it that I'm trying to do in this scenario? Even though this scenario is really resemble like matching a scenario from the past, when you're talking to your children, when you're talking with your wife, when you're talking friends at work.
There's a connection there.
There's a connection there, but you need to be strong, meaning to have patience, and to have patience that's strong, and to explain what is it that happened or what is your intention. When you bring really, you opening your heart and you bringing your intention, of course the other side work here in communication is to try really to listen to your intention and to tell you if really this is what you are planning to do. Okay, so then all right, let's go for it. So into the portion after that, when they're receiving the land, we're going into the journeys, and very interesting that when we're talking about the journeys, Ele Masei Bnei Israel asher yatz'u me'eretz Mitzrayim, those are the journeys of the Israelites that came out of Egypt. Letziv otam, it's from the word tzava, IDF, army. Trying to tell you in those journeys, those are the journeys of the Israelites, that the attitude of God to us, that we are warriors. And warriors of what? Of light. To turn every dark place within us, every bitter place within us, within our journey, and with others, to transform it, create a transformation from darkness to light. And this you can do only in your journeys. And it's well explained, and now I'll connect. If you remember in the beginning, we said why there are two names, Mate and Shevet. Mate is staff, Shevet is branch that is still connected to the tree. Shevet, which in English, Mate and Shevet go for tribes, but the sons of Israel got two names, telling us that when the soul was up there, before coming to this journey, to this reality, it was still in a state of Shevet, a branch that is soft, still connected to the tree. Who's the tree? The analogy to God, to the infinite, to the essence, to the source, to the light. Over there, the soul is still soft and gentle. But when the soul came to this reality and merged with the physical world, with the mundane, with all that connect to the evil inclination, to our desires, that's when a branch comes out of the tree. When you're taking a branch out of its tree, then it's becoming dry and strong. that's when the branch becoming a staff, mate. And that's why in this beginning of the portion, why the sons of Israel, the Israelites, are not called tribe, but matot, staff, because in order to find the power within you, to have a vow, an inner decision, in order to sanctify yourself, in order to elevate, in order to refine yourself, you need to go into a journey. The soul had to come to this reality and go through whatever it's going through to find this strength that you can find only in Mate. And what is really an inner strength? When a person can take an inner decision. החלטות טובות. And the songs go like that. החלטות טובות, ay da 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 ya 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 ya, ay da 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 ya 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 ya, ay da 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 ya ya ya, החלטות טובות, good resolutions, ay ya 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 ya, ay da resolutions. Beautiful. I always sang that like that. Good decisions, but now I understand it's
good. It's a resolution.
Good resolution.
It's a good resolution because you have to fulfill it. But God says an amazing thing that when you just think about it, God's already counting like you already did it. So that's you have a beautiful credit line with God that He's saying, just think something that he's mitzaref, he connects it already to a deed. So you have, everybody can just think about something good that they want to make a resolution about, and with God's help and the merit of this portion, it will be fulfilled.
And beautiful, you get connected into your action, meaning where you think good and your intention is good and you want to do good, and by saying I want to take the decision,
God is your partner.
God is your partner, and if you abali taher, mesa'in lo. How you'd say that?
That someone comes to be purified, so there's help from above.
There's help from above. Beautiful. So after the journey, they're going into the land, and then again they're mentioning all the borders. Exactly, it's been mentioned what are the borders of Israel, the Holy Land, and I'm telling you, it's not the borders we see today in our map. That's why we're waiting for the redemption. We're waiting for Mashiach to come, and then to have the complete what it says in the Holy Torah, the word of the Creator Himself.
The Tigris to the Euphrates.
Yes. We're waiting that the truth will come out, and only when really God will reveal Himself, then other nations that got confused, some of them know the truth but they're hiding it, they will give space and they will respect the sons of Israel and the fact that they've been chosen to be spiritual leaders and warriors of light. And after the borders, the end of the portion coming into the Levites as well, receiving lands, and they, even though they are working in the temple, the land is away from the temple. We won't give right now what's the explanation, but there is an explanation to it. And the end of the portion goes when someone is killing someone unintentionally,
right.
What he's supposed to do.
City of refuge. He has to run to a city of refuge.
3 cities of refuge. By the way, we're talking here from Tzfat, Ascent in Tzfat. You're welcome to visit us.
A big city of refuge.
Yeah, and slowly become the most spiritual city in Israel. And here, when someone is killing someone intentionally, he's supposed to run away to a whole city. I'm running, and it says in the Torah that have to be like clear, like passage, like path, with signs and everything.
Clearly marked.
Clearly marked
how to get there. Because what good if you're running away and you make a...
And you don't
know which way to go.
Exactly. And sometimes when we're getting like into our inner journey, sometimes when we're going through certain scenarios in life and we finding out that we messed up like big time. What is a clear and a precise path? The Torah itself. That's why God gave us it. Tshuva. God gave us this wisdom.
You can always come home.
Exactly.
Always
you can all come home, and I leave the path home clear, and precise. You have signs, you
It's
have
clearly
everything.
marked, and you can see how to do it. And
That's why we
if you can't figure it out, ask your local Chabad rabbi.
yeah, yeah, it's a good one. And that's why in the Torah we find that everything is clear and precise, and to everything there is like its territory and domain and what to do in it. And yeah, the end of the portion ends with the fact mentioning again that the daughters of Tzlofchad, their father died, and they were supposed to receive as well land. God is giving them their part, their land.
Oh.
So
Equal rights for women, yes.
yes,
We love it. We love it. Definitely.
People think, oh, what about women?
Don't mess. Women in Judaism are the highest.
Absolutely,
so
they
not
just
even
need
a question.
Exactly, they need to recognize it. But when they're staying outside and they're just looking at the bearded one and the hats, they will never understand our world.
They say, look, that they have it. They have it, and they have incredible wealth and a vast tradition in the Jewish religion, for everybody to approach and come in.
So, as far as the journeys, Ele Mas'eh Bnei Israel, it's very a bit awkward that God is saying those are the journeys of the Israelites, but then he's talking about their parking. Basically, for 2 years they walked, and 38 years they parked. So why it's not mentioned that those are the parking of the Israelites? Why the journeys? And Rabbi Israel Baal Shem Tov is mentioning that every Jew goes through 42 journeys in his life of elevations. Even though he's seeing himself going down, he need to remember that over there he got the freedom to choose differently, and he's supposed to elevate himself, and it's basically 42 degrees steps in holiness that you're supposed to be at. So
you have to make the decisions, and you have to choose life. You have to choose the highest place, and God will help your journeys be successful ones and be the good ones that we need.
So the Lubavitcher Rebbe is mentioning a nice question. So why it's not saying the park of Israel? Because they more parked than walked.
The
but
different
they say
stations that they had along the way.
Yeah, they had stations. So it says by that the Torah is trying to reflect the right way of living. A human, a soul, supposed to be always in a journey, in a constant movement of elevation.
Don't be stationary.
Exactly. Don't stand. Don't be
stationary.
Yeah, you'll say that.
Yeah.
But
keep moving.
Yeah, keep moving. Me'alech. Move on.
Right.
And
the wandering Jew.
Yes. And the Lubavitcher Rebbe is saying something amazing, that there is, you think that sometimes maybe you think you elevate, you think you are in movement, but actually no, you're in the same platform, in the same mishor, but you're just doing small movements, like you're doing small movements. When you're really in a movement of refinement, and
taking baby steps instead of taking like major steps.
Major steps. It's meaning that your near future doesn't look at all like your past, meaning that you're really moving forward, meaning that you need to take again, is there a vow I need to say to myself, an inner decision, meaning, okay, I know when I'm going to the pub, I've decided, I know me and alcohol doesn't go together good, so I'll get only 2 cups and like 2 drinks, I know 2 cups, yeah, not 2 cups of alcohol, but like 2 shots, and then your friend saying, okay, another one, then you're finding yourself next to the toilet.
Yeah, you're making love to the toilet. It's not a good situation.
It's not a good situation. So, meaning really when you're elevating, meaning that you took such a vow, like an inner decision to say, no, 2 shots and that's it for me, meaning you're in a new place. And
that decision elevates you.
Mm-hmm.
That brings you to a higher place, and it brings you to a place where you guarantee your holiness remains within you.
In Hasidut it says even more, that every person go to 42 journeys within one day. And sometimes we're finding
Not
ourselves
42
in this...
shots, but just
Yeah,
42
journeys.
journeys.
Sometimes you find yourself in one of the journeys really low. So, meaning like stationary, yeah? Meaning not in a movement,
You're
not
stuck.
in
You're
elevate. You're
stuck.
stuck in one place. But you need to remember that even those places that you find yourself stuck deep inside, when you're feeling too stuck, it's only for you to reveal the stuff within you, the mate, the strong power within you to elevate from that place. Because
You have
even
to
if
go
you,
to a deeper place within yourself.
and in order to go to a deeper place within yourself, sometimes you find yourself in certain thing stuck over and over, repeating the same mistake, the same issue. And from that, the Lubavitcher Rebbe is saying that, that's the purpose of this all redemption. And those 3 weeks that we are at, from Yud Zayin Betamuz till Tisha B'Av, the 3 weeks of like Evel, like
3
sorrow.
weeks of mourning and
Of
and 3 weeks of sadness of the destruction of 2 temples.
We have within them like 3 Shabbos. Shabbases, that's the place you need to come into an inner rest to find the divine within you. So those 3 Shabboses are like symbolizing like an elevation within the going down, within the mourning and sorrow. Same in this reality. The soul came down and it's going through such a tremendous, like, not simple journeys in order to turn the light to darkness and to bitterness to sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
And from that, a Jew can draw encouragement, yeah? Idud and hope. Encouragement and hope. If by any chance you made a sin and you went away...
Nobody that we know.
Yeah, well, he's not supposed to feel like the despair and stress and sadness. Of course, it's part of the procedure, but he needs to understand that over there he needs to activate the light that comes out of the darkness. And even
see the advantage of light that comes from darkness.
Exactly. And even if you're going so down, you need to understand that the essence of this going down, it's only for you to do an elevation out of it.
To a much higher place.
And when you have this attitude in life, so of course when you're going through hard things, so of course you'll go through it a bit, but then you need to start to make a transformation in your attitude, the way you look at life. Okay, I reached that place and it's not a good place. Why? Because there's an elevation that's supposed to come out of it. So then you're praying to God, God, please help me, save me, take me out of my place, help me to see the elevation to come. And with this kind of attitude, hopefully all the mourning days will turn into holy days and days of glory and happiness.
Rejoicing and happiness and immediate redemption for all the Jewish people.
Amen. And see you not in the next portion, in the next book of Dvarim.
Dvarim, Deuteronomy.
Yeah, you said that. All right?